Hey, Magic fans, and welcome back. This is your captain speaking, and we're here today to talk about Mortal Kombat. A little magic in the background, a little Mortal Kombat in the foreground. It's going to be a beautiful, beautiful time. I talked about this before. If no other good stuff comes up, I was going to have a quick talk about Mortal Kombat movie that I watched this weekend. I loved it. So if you're not in the mood or not a Mortal Kombat fan, this video will not be for you. Also, if you have not watched Mortal Kombat yet, you are going to have to probably want to turn this off. Because if you don't, you're going to get some spoilers and you're probably not going to be real happy about it. So, with all that said, let's get into Mortal Kombat. First off, I thought this movie was great. Overall arching, really liked it a lot. Thought it was a real good time. So, with those things said, I really liked how they played out all the characters. I thought all the characters were really good. I'm really interested in this whole Cole thing they got going on. Nothing against Cole in particular, but he's not somebody from the series. Now, in the movie, he is, once again, spoilers are coming, so if you don't want to hear them, uh, turn it off now. He is a descendant of Scorpion, and apparently Scorpion, when he dies, goes to another realm, which is another realm inside the Mortal Kombat universe, and that's where he's trapped, basically hell. And Cole actually unleashes him later in the movie so that he can actually fight Sub-Zero because Sub-Zero is a very skilled fighter, and they actually have some troubles with him. So I thought that was really cool. I liked how they played that out. I liked all the characters, and I love the people that they cast for those characters. I thought the casting was really solid as well. Um, One thing to look out for though, as you go through and you see this kind of stuff, the one thing you're going to start realizing um, is that this movie in particular is not set in the Mortal Kombat tournament scene per se. Um, so what that means is uh, there's no tournament per se. This whole thing is about trying to kill people before the tournament. That way the tournament doesn't happen, so forth and so on, to try to pad what's going on, so that Outworld can just win the tournament, no hands down. Hands down, no ifs, ands, and buts. Um, so with all that said, though, they end up fighting and they end up winning and so forth. So one of the best characters I thought in the entire movie really was Kano. I thought Kano was really cool. I wish he would have fought a little better. His fight scenes wasn't great, but his character and the guy who played him was really phenomenal. Can't stress enough how sweet that guy was. So, with that said, uh, this particular story here, it's kind of like a backstory. It's going to focus more on the Lin Kuei and the Shiri Ryu, which is Scorpion versus Sub Zero, and that's kind of where that plot device is going to go, and what they're going to be looking for. So, uh, something to keep an eye on there. But with that being the main story, I thought it was. I did think it was really good. I liked it a lot. I thought they played it out really well. So I thought it was really cool. Other thoughts, in case you guys didn't know, um, the the character plays by the character guy who played Sub Zero has actually been signed to 5 movies. Obviously, this being the first movie, and what that means is there's going to be at least 5 movies. So this is going to be a big cinematic style universe, which is really going to be fantastic. If it keeps going the way that it is, it's going to be awesome. Everybody in the movie got to do at least one of their fatalities, who were one of the main characters who were actually fighting, for example. Um, I mean, I think almost everybody got to do a fatality. I was really impressed with it. I thought it was really, really nice and done very well, by the way. So, with that said, they kind of retconned a lot of stuff. One of the things they retconned is how Jax got his arms, um, which I like the way they retconned it better than what the original storyline was, just because it really felt good in the movie and it felt like something that should happen. It wasn't like some weird thing where, well, I had my arms removed and I did this for this, this, and this. There was none of that, so I thought it was really cool how they did it inside the movie. And I won't spoil that one, but I definitely think you guys will like it because I did. I thought it was just phenomenal. Let's see here. I also like Scorpion Spear. The use of Scorpion Spear in this movie was really, really good. Um, the spear, or I'm sorry, his spear from the oh sorry from the movie was basically his wife's gardening tool, who she eventually died, right? And what was able to happen was he basically like took that and made it a weapon during the movie, and it became very integral and part of the movie um, about what he did and how he did it to get the stuff he needed done. And it fit into his character really well, and it was kind of part of that. Once again, spoiler alert, how he came back from the dead, and I just thought it was so phenomenal. I thought it was so good. Um, I just can't stress enough how much I liked it. So yeah, like A plus movie in general. Really think that it's all star movie. Um, so definitely check this movie out if you get a chance. I can't stress enough. So now at the end of the movie, one of the things that was talked about during the movie with my friends and a lot of other people was, where is Johnny Cage during all this? Because they only talked about a few select people during this whole process. Um, and those select people are, in the movie we have Sonya, we have Jax, Scorpion, Sub Zero, Cyrax is in there. Um, who else? There's a few others. Obviously, Raiden Shang Tsung. There's some cameos of some things. Melina's in there. Of some other stuff that went down during the course of all this, which I thought was really good. Like you got to see some special stuff like Katana's fan in the background, and they talked about other fighters, so forth and so on. So it was a really good cast setup. The cast played well. There was even a little bit of switch from Kano from one side to the other. Sorry, spoiler alert. Um, but it was really good. I thought it was played well and done well. So no real complaints on that side. So all in all, I was really pleased with it. My wife's my wife, and she just kind of stared at me, like I was silly, as I was talking about all this Mortal Kombat stuff. Um, but all in all, I thought it was a great movie. Let's see, what else can we talk about here? Oh, yeah, Johnny Cage. So it looks like movie two is going to be where we get Johnny Cage, and the way they talked about the roster at the end of the movie, um, uh, do 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 do. At the end of the movie, uh, Shang Tsung talked about how um, more fighters they can get more fighters and this that or the other, from XYZ, that uh, it was really just a question of when and where, not so much how. Um, so that means that like it probably talks more to the large or deep roster that we're gonna have, because we only saw a couple fatalities. Oh, I mean, we saw several fatalities, one from almost every member, but it didn't really knock out a lot of the pool as far as who was going to be alive for later on. So, wow, this is just awful. Give me a land here, guys. Come on. Hey, it's even a black one. Sweet. Um, so I thought that was really, really good. Now, with all that said, as the roster gets deep, I think maybe toward the end of this movie series, we'll actually see the tournament happen finally, which I think will just be phenomenal. And I really can't wait for that because I really think it's going to be something special. Uh, yeah, and I'm kind of hoping it's going to be like a couple backstory movies. Maybe it's going to be a trilogy, from what I've heard. Um, and the third trilogy movie will be the actual tournament. With that means there's two other movies, right? So those may be backstory movies or some movie thereof like that, where they talk about um, maybe just Sub Zero. Well, Sub Zero's already booked for 5 movies, so he's obviously going to get a movie. So maybe that movie is a backstory for him, and then a backstory for Scorpion. Like maybe a Scorpion in another realm. What happened with Sub Zero during all these years that Sang Sun kept him alive, and his powers developed, and this, that, and the other. Sounds just really cool, guys, and I can't stress enough how sweet it's going to be. So, without further ado, if you guys do get a chance, highly suggest you watch this movie. It is just fantastic. I can't say enough good things about it. I love the movie, thought it was great. So, until next time, guys, I'll see you then. And thanks a lot. And remember, be kind until next time, and watch Mortal Kombat. It's awesome. Later.